couple of months ago, started a series that I was, and really still am, extremely hyped about. And that series failed.
I'm watching you.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I nixed it. 1 week. I mean, I think that I can't redo it. I love donuts. $1,000, 1 week, donut.
This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace, thanks so much for sponsoring and just keeping us creators going, you know? Come on. So the basic premise on this first episode of the series was I had 1 week to make $1,000 shooting videos of donuts. Okay? This is how it went. We were out throwing axes until like 11 o'clock. I was just too hyped to go to sleep. I didn't go to sleep until like 12. Whatever. It's a sales day. Best way to start a sales day is with a sick workout with your buddies, which I thankfully have right now. Like right now. There we go.
So what? We just have to do it as a camera.
I'm going to get a haircut because I have a theory that if you look good on sales days, you perform better. You know what? It's not actually that you have to look good, it's that you have to feel like you look good. All up there. What do you think? How do I look? Look good? What do you think? Let's go sell some stuff. Right here is where the video starts to go off track a bit. I was very preoccupied. I was procrastinating on a lot of other stuff shooting this video. And so I'm in the office. It was supposed to be very short sales, very long, capturing BTS, delivering client interaction, all of that sort of thing. And then I ended up just going super hard on the sales stuff. I'm leaving that in because I think it's helpful, but I just want you to know that the video takes a bit of a off-track turn here. So this would be like incredibly easier to do if it was all that I was doing, but it is not. Currently I have 3 videos to edit and 3 other videos to shoot. 3 like client videos to edit. But yeah, that's how it is. That's just how it is. There's always other stuff to do, right? Always other stuff to do. So I was mostly being facetious when I was like, you know, you gotta start every sales day with a workout, though it is fantastic. It just gets you in the right mindset. You're like, I crushed that, I can crush this day. I highly recommend it. But, crazy thing, I told Reed and Ryan about the challenge, $1,000 in a week with donuts. And Ryan's like, do you know anybody in donuts?
So I'm thinking like, you know, donut shops, like Duck Donuts.
Do you know anybody there?
No, do you know somebody there? Really?
Yeah.
He does. So, if you can ever get a warm lead, which just means like you either know them or someone you know knows them, that is 100% easier to close a sale on a warm lead than a cold lead. Always check out your network first whenever you're doing this sort of thing. Selling vids, donut vids. Right here, as I start emailing companies, seems like a good time to tell you how much you need a website. Squarespace makes it super simple to get up and running fast. When you're a video maker, you're not a web designer. So the templates that they have are outstanding. Customer support is fantastic, always there for you when you need help. Analytics on point, 100%, so you know who's coming to your site, where they're coming from. And when it comes to sales, having something that looks sharp, is professional, that showcases your work well, so crucial. It is going to be very hard to sell your video work without a website, and Squarespace is a great place to build, host, buy a domain, all of that very easily. So if you want to give Squarespace a shot, go to squarespace.com/CodyWarner, and then after your free trial, when you're ready to buy, use the code CodyWarner to get 20% off your first purchase. Squarespace, thanks again. I'm about to send it. I'm sending it. Bam! First one down. Other thing is, I might need to turn this email into a video that I can send because it's hard for me to use text to convey the level of excitement that exists inside my brain. And like, that's very important. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Woo! Fun fact, I do not have internet in my office. I don't feel like paying for it. So I gotta tether to my phone every time I need to use the internet. I think I should make a whole video about it. I think it's actually good for me. All right, this next one is over at the market, Broad Street Market. E Vanilla Donuts, small shop, amazing. I think we might have talked on Instagram before. So I'm gonna DM them something. Interested in discussing? This whole thing was really just a ploy for me to get to eat more donuts on camera. Made a massive mistake when it comes to duck donuts. Let me explain. A couple years back, I was reading this book called Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone. Yes, he's crazy. Yes, there's a lot to learn from him about sales. In the book, my main takeaway from the book was this one story they told about like a someone selling jewelry, and this couple comes in and you lay down a ring in front of them and they're like, yeah, I just don't think this is gonna work. He said the first thing you should do is offer him a more expensive ring. And in my mind at the time, that just blew my mind. It's like, no, definitely the couple wants something more budget friendly, something less expensive. But you don't know that. You don't know that. That's an assumption, right? And I'm pretty sure that's the accidental path that I set myself down with Duck Donuts. I didn't realize that my friend's friend's friend was the franchise owner of Duck Donuts, like all of the Duck Donutses that exist. A little company called Duck Donuts, at least the store up here, I think, not like the whole franchise. So when they see a $250 proposal for a cool little Instagram video, like in their mind, they want something way more proprietary, way more complex. Like they probably want a $25,000 campaign or $250,000, something like that. So I still have great ideas for that whole thing. I might just go that route as well. That'll be a different video. But I might have spoiled the chance at Duck Donuts. But I'm making these mistakes so you don't have to, okay? You don't have to make that mistake. Let's go, let's get this thing. Plus, I can still get that $250,000 job with them. Commitment breeds creativity. Let's go. While I'm up here having a bit of a contemplative moment, I tend to give off this vibe like, if you don't do this video with me, like you are missing out. This thing is huge. This is gonna be the biggest thing ever. And that can be good and bad. I think that can be good and bad. I think it's got its pros and its cons. One of the cons is it can scare people away. It's kind of feels high pressure. One of the pros is like for the right type of person, they're like, yeah, no, he's right. I think what really counts is that it's coming from a place of sincerity. I really do think a business would be insane to pass up the opportunity to be a part of this series. It sounds weird saying it, but like, that's where I'm at. And right there is where I stopped recording. I left later that week to go to Belfast to speak at a conference. Got back from that conference and the pandemic shut everything down. And I had just sort of thought like, maybe I'll continue this later. And then now here we are, March, April, May, June, almost 4 months later, and this is the video. So I hope you learned something. I plan to try this again. when the time's right and when it's safe and when everything's good. But yeah, I hope you're hanging in. Hope you're having a great time. Just pulling for you. Tell stories that matter right now. Tell stories that matter. Squarespace, thanks again for sponsoring. Go check out Squarespace. Thanks so much. I think it's time for another haircut.